displayed, read, and expanded, principally in schools and other educational institutions, without distinction, based on the political status of countries or territories. Preamble. The recognition of the inherent dignity and equal and inalienable rights of every member of the human family is the foundation of freedom, justice, and peace in the world. Whereas disregard and contempt for human rights has resulted in barbarous acts which have outraged the conscience of the world, and the advent of a world in which all human beings shall enjoy freedom of speech and freedom from fear and want, is proclaimed as the highest aspiration of the common people. Whereas it is essential, if people are not to be compelled as a last resort to rebellion against tyranny or oppression, that human rights are protected by the rule of law. Whereas it is essential to promote the development of friendly relations between nations. Whereas the peoples of the United Nations have, in the Charter, reaffirmed their faith in fundamental human rights, the dignity and worth of the human person, and the equal rights of men and women. And they have determined to promote social progress and better standards of life in larger freedom. Whereas the member states have pledged themselves to achieve, in cooperation with the United Nations, universal observance and respect for
I have so many
human rights and fundamental freedoms. Whereas a common understanding of these rights and freedoms is of the greatest importance for the full realization of this pledge. Now, therefore, the General Assembly proclaims this universal declaration as a common standard of achievement for all people and all nations, to the end that every individual and every organ of society keeping this declaration constantly in mind shall strive to teaching and education to promote respect for these rights and freedoms, and through progressive measures, national and international, to secure their universal and effective recognition and observance both among the peoples of the member states and among those peoples under their jurisdiction. Article 1.
All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. They are endowed with reason and conscience and should act towards one another in a kindred spirit.
All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. Therefore, endowed with conscience and reason, should act towards one another in a kindred spirit.
Alle Menschen sind frei und gleich an Würde und Rechten geboren. Sie sind mit Verstand und Gewissen begabt und sollen einander in Brüderlichkeit begegnen.
طلاق المال وسيه الهالكك يت الكيد وتسيكو يت النخمل سيكناليل بيتون شان ناتن سيكناليل يت النوهاني لتوكولو كابد بيسيكوبا بيلاك سيليل يت التلاكل وبات سيليل. Article 2.
Without distinction of any kind, such as race, colour, sex, language, religion, political or other opinion, property, birth, or other status. Furthermore, there will be no distinction on the basis of the political, jurisdictional, or international status of the country or territory to which a person belongs. Whether it be sovereign, trust, non-jumping, or under any other limitation of sovereignty.
Tá gach ila duine an ceart chun mórtána, chun siarse agus chun sládána a fierce. Everyone has the right to life, liberty and the security of the person.
Everyone has the right to life, liberty and to security of person. Article 4.
Nampitomo
奴隷にされ、または区役に服することはない。奴隷制度及び奴隷売買はいかなる形においても禁止する。Article 5
Que chutroi, ineino rumekutranka newekelai, kawenankil newekelai, cheneno luca palino lurreke. Artículo 5. Nadie será sometido a torturas, ni a penas o tratos crueles, inhumanos o degradantes.
Article 4.
No one shall be held in slavery or servitude. Slavery and the slave trade shall be prohibited in all its forms.
Article 5. No one shall be subjected to torture, cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment.
Article 6. Everyone has the right to recognition everywhere as a person before the law.
Tupele, Zimbabwe. Wonke umuntu ulilungelo emthethweni lokuphathwa njengomuntu.
Everyone has the right to recognition everywhere as a person before law.
Article 7. All are equal before the law and are entitled without any discrimination to the protection of the law. All are entitled to equal protection against any discrimination in violation of this declaration and against any incitement towards such discrimination. Article 8.
Everyone has the right to an effective remedy by the nationally competent tribunals for any acts against them violating the rights and freedoms granted to them by the Constitution or by law. Article 9.
Κανείς δεν μπορεί να συλλαμβάνεται, να κρατείται ή να εξορίζεται αυθαίρετα.
No one should be subject to arbitrary arrest, detention or exile.
Article 10. Everyone is entitled, in full equality, to a fair and public hearing by an independent and impartial tribunal in the determination of their rights and obligations and of any criminal charge against them. This is for Ai Weiwei.
Article 11, Fraction 1. Tulakal mak takalupole. Unah uyash tukultal minanu sipil. Kalikil maesak yetel maukand
Beijesh Uyalal Almat Anovo Yetel Unahu Shakaltal Utkbenil Tialuyilal Wayanusipil Yetel Shan Unahu Yilal Utokbesal Tumermasho Leti Umeyah. Fraction 2. Mishmak Unahutzabal Ukuch Yeteluk Ashal Tiolal Bashkubetik Wa Ba Matanubetik Watukini Lubetik Waupatikubetik Mawet Watan Tumeno Almat Tanil Ukahal Waje Balak Kahile Yanusipili. Article 12.
No one shall be subjected to arbitrary interference with their home, privacy, or correspondence, nor to attacks upon their honour or reputation. Everyone has the protection of the law against such arbitrary attack. Article 13.
Hotwats Tasnierek Arachi Yurakanchur Vuk Azatoren Teritster Poradervelu Yev Samkatsats Pertutsian Sachmanaru Makavaj Entrelu Iravunk Uni Yekrod Yurakanchur Vuk Iravunk Uni Lekelut Sankatsats Yakir Nerayal Yersepakane Yeveradanalu Yakire. Article 14. Sorry, Article 13 continued.
Everyone has the right to freedom of movement and residence within the borders of their own state. Everybody has the right to leave any country, including their own country, and return to their country. One more, Article 13.
Καθένας έχει το δικαίωμα να κυκλοφορεί ελεύθερα και να εκλέει τον τόπο της διαμονής του στο εσωτερικό ενός κράτους. Καθένας έχει το δικαίωμα να εγκαταλείπει οποιαδήποτε χώρα, ακόμα και τη δίκη του, και να επιστρέφει σε αυτήν.
Everyone has the right to leave any country.
And residents leave any country, the borders of each state,
including their own,
and return to their country.
And return to their country.
To leave any country, including their own, and return to their country.
Article 14.
Everyone has the right to seek and enjoy in other countries asylum from persecution. This article may not be invoked in the case of prosecutions generally arising from non-political crimes and acts contrary to the principles and causes of the United Nations. Article 15.
Article 15. כל אדם זכאי לאזרחות. לא תשלל מאדם אזרחותו דרך שרירות, ואל תקופח דרך שרירות, להחליף את אזרחותו. Article 16.
People of full age, without limitation of race, nationality, or religion, have the right to marry and have a family. They have equal rights in the marriage and during the marriage and at its end. They are entitled to equal rights in marriage or civil partnership, which should not be entered into without the full and free consent of the intended partners. The family is a fundamental group unit of society and is entitled to the protection of society and the state. Article 17.
Article 17.1. Everyone has the right to own property alone and in association with others. Article 17.2. No one shall be arbitrarily deprived of their property. Article 18.
آزادی فکر، وجدان و مذهب برخوردار باشد. این حق متضمن آزادی تغییر مذهب و یا عقیده و نیز متضمن اظهار عقیده و ایمان می باشد و نیز شامل تعلیمات مذهبی و اجرای تعلیمات دینی است. هر کس می تواند از این حقوق به طور جمعی یا منفرداً و یا به طور گروهی و خصوصی برخوردار باشد. Article 19.
Everyone has the right to opinion. Sorry, let me start. Everyone has the right. Everyone has the right to hold to the freedom of opinion and expression. This right includes the right to hold opinion without interference, and to seek, receive and impart information through any media and regardless of frontiers. For AYY.
Article 19. Guirava. Sineame raramori hu wachima chire pe anire pe raitzari ma anire pe anireke pe raitzari tachi wasi mapurega ani oseri.
Article 19. Everybody has the right to freedom of opinion and expression. This right includes the freedom to hold opinion without interference and to seek, receive and impart information and ideas through any media, regardless of frontiers.
Wah. I'm reading Article 19 from my language, from West Papua 250 tribe, and I'm reading from my own language called Dani or Lani tribe. Diab, inikime wene ergo, inalige ergo bugorora wene mbanak, inanu ameinom, inikimeinom ebergo, o diguri, inalige ergo bugorora wene mbanak, yegerak wene, wah. Thank you.
Everyone has the right to freedom of opinion and expression. This right includes the freedom to hold opinions without interference and to seek, receive and impart information and ideas through any media and regardless of frontiers. Article 20.
Everyone has the right to the freedom of peaceful assembly and association. Article 20.2. No one shall be compelled to belong to an association. Article 21.
I thought she usually just did it herself though.
Everyone has the right to take part in the government of their country. Article 21.2. Everyone has the right to equal access to public service in their country. Article 21.3. The will of the people shall be the basis for the authority of government. This will shall be expressed in periodic and genuinely free elections, which shall be held by equal and universal suffrage and by secret vote or equivalent free voting procedure. Article 22.
Everyone, as a member of society, has the right to social security and is entitled to realisation through national effort and international cooperation, and in accordance with the organisation and resources of each state, of their economic, social and cultural rights indispensable for their dignity and the free development of their personality.
Everyone, as a member of society, has the right to social security and is entitled to realisation through national effort and international cooperation, and in accordance with the organisation and resources of each state, of the economic, social and cultural rights indispensable to their dignity and the free development of their personality. Article 23.
Jeder hat das Recht auf Arbeit, auf freie Berufswahl, auf gerechte und günstige Arbeitsbedingungen und auf Schutz vor Arbeitslosigkeit. Article 23.2. Jeder ohne Vorurteil hat das Recht auf gleichen Lohn für gleiche Arbeit. Article 23.3.
Everyone who works has the right to just and fair remuneration, ensuring for themselves and their family an existence worthy of human dignity and supplemented, where necessary, by other forms of social protection. Article 23.4. Everyone has the right to form and to join trade unions for the protection of their interests.
Article 23, Part 1. Каждый человек имеет право на труд, на свободный выбор работы, на благоприятные и удовлетворительные условия труда, на защиту от безработицы. Article 23, Part 2. Каждый человек без всяких ограничений имеет право на равную оплату за равный труд. Article 23, Part 3. Каждый человек, работающий, имеет право на справедливое и удовлетворительное вознаграждение за труд, обеспечивающий человеческое существование, достойное человеческое существование для него и его семьи, при необходимости дополняемое другими социальными ресурсами. Article 23, Part 4. Каждый человек имеет право создавать профессиональные союзы и вступать в профессиональные союзы для защиты своих интересов. Article 24. Каждый человек имеет право на отдых и досуг, включая право на ограничение рабочего дня и на оплачиваемый периодический отпуск. Article number 25.
Article 24. Everyone has the right to a reasonable limitation of working hours and to periodic holidays with pay. Article 25. Everyone has the right to a standard of living, ensuring the well-being and health of themselves and their family, including food, clothing, housing, medical care, and the necessary social services, and the right to security in the event of sickness, disability, old age, widowhood, or any other circumstances where a loss of livelihood is beyond their control. Article 25.2.
maternité et l'enfance ont le droit d'une aide et d'une assistance particulière. Tous les enfants qui soient nés dans le mariage ou hors mariage jouissent de la même protection sociale. Article 26.
Everyone has the right to education. Education shall be free, at least in the elementary and fundamental stages. Elementary education shall be compulsory. Technical and professional education shall be made generally available, and higher education shall be equally accessible to all on the basis of merit.
2. Education shall be directed to the full development of the human personality and to the strengthening of respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms. It shall promote understanding, tolerance and friendship amongst all nations, racial and religious groups, and shall further the activities of the United Nations in the maintenance of peace.
Part 3. Parents have a prior right to choose the education that shall be given to their children.
Article 26, Fraction 1. Tulakal mag signal unacht mahil ukanmal. Leyash kamalobo kanan mautoholtik. Leyash kamalobo tulakal mag tsahukamik. Ukambalil humpelmeya tulakal mag shan unah ukamik. Bale, tela, uchekutak pakal, lemash yanumukile. Fraction 2. Lekambalo, uchekukashtik, umukan kunsik, utsik benil mag, ubetik, uchimpoltal, tumentulakal mag, lenachmal signal, Yetel Winiko, Beihesh, Lealma, Anobo. Una huyanta, unatikuba winik. Ubisikuba malo, Mektan, Kaho, Yetel Muchkilinch, Kunsahob. Una huyanta, Tiumeyak Naciones Unidas, Utial Ukustal Kaho, Yetel Hetzolal. Fraction 3. Tatatsilove, Uchekutetiko, Bashukato, Kaukan, Upalo. Article 27.
Article 27.1. Everyone has the right freely to participate in the cultural life of their community, to enjoy the arts, and to share in scientific advancement and its benefits. Article 27.2.
Everyone has the right to the protection of any moral or material interests resulting from any literary, scientific or artistic work of which they are the author. Article 28.
Everyone is entitled to a social and international order in which the rights and freedoms set forth in this declaration can be fully realized.
Article 29. Everyone has duties to the community in which alone the full and free development of their personality can be realised. Article 29.2. In the exercise of our rights and freedoms, no one shall be subjected to any restriction other than those determined by law solely for the purpose of securing the due rights and freedoms of others, and of meeting the just requirements of morality, public order, and the welfare of a democratic society. Article 29.3. In no case may the rights and freedoms set forth in this declaration be exercised contrary to the purposes and principles of the United Nations. Article 30.
Nothing in this declaration may be interpreted as implying for any state, group or person any right to engage in any activity or perform any act aimed at the destruction of the rights and freedoms set forth herein.
Thank you very much, and thank you to this fantastic cast of reciters. Thank you very much. Fantastic.